And this was the way that God was punishing the parents through the child.
All right.
Or they believe that God, in his infinite wisdom, looked down the telescope of time and saw something that this young man was going to do. And he pre-punished him for his sin. But Jesus seemingly silenced the crowd. For Jesus says in verse number 3, neither have this man sinned,
All right.
nor his parents, but that the works of God should be made manifest in him. Jesus is really saying that he's like this so that God can get the glory. What a new way to look at our problems. That we're not put in situations because of sin, because every suffering is not tied to sin. Some reasons why we're put in some stuff is so that God can get the glory. And I wonder, is it anybody in here that can testify? I feel like the psalmist when he said, I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise shall continually be in my mouth. Is it anybody that can testify? I've had some good days. I've had some bad days. I've had some hills to climb. But when I look around and think things over, I just can't complain. He silenced the crowd. He's like this so God can get the glory.
All right.
Is that your testimony tonight? That God, no matter what I'm in, you're still going to get the glory. No matter how much the bills or how much the mortgage is, I get laid off, I get sick in my body, no matter what it is, you're still going to get the glory. He saw the condition. He silenced the crowd. But watch what he did. Number 3, he showed his control. Watch what verse 4 through 7 said. I must work the works of him that sent me, while it is day, the night cometh, when no man can work. As long as I'm in the world, I am the light of the world. When he thus spoken, he spat on the ground and made clay of the spit and anointed the eyes of the blind man with clay.
All right.
Watch this. And he said unto him, go to the pool of Siloam. He went his way therefore and washed and came seeing. Watch the control of Christ. The control of Christ is number 1, derived. Watch what verse 4 says. I must work the works of him that sent me. He said, I'm not taking glory for this. He says, it's my Father that has empowered me to do this work. That's our mission. You and I should take the glory. I've seen people sing and they want to get all the glory, but it's not us. It's for the glory of God. I've seen preachers preach and they want to get the glory. It's not us. It's all about God, because without God, nothing could be made possible. His control is derived. But then number 2, his control is declared. Look at what verse 5 says. As long as I'm in the world, I am the light of the world. Jesus said, I don't care how bad life looks, I'm still the light of the world. Somebody needs to hear that tonight. I don't care how dark your life seems right now. He's still the light of the world.
All right.
I don't care how dim, how dreadful it looks in your life. He's still able to illuminate that which is dark in your life. His control is derived. His control is declared. But then number 3, his control is demonstrated.
All right.
Watch verse 6. When he had thus spoken, he spat on the ground and made clay of the spittle and anointed the eyes of the blind man with the clay. Jesus takes something simple as clay to heal the blind man.
All right.
Something that other kids played with. It was dirt. Something that other folk walked on. It was dirt. But when Jesus touched it, it became medicine. And I tell you that what's in our possession means nothing. But once God touches it, nothing can become something. Put it like this. A ball in my hands means nothing. But a basketball in the hands of a LeBron James is worth thousands. That's our testimony. Our problems in our hands is nothing. We can't handle it. We can't figure it out. All we can do is stress. But when you turn that thing over to the Lord, He can do more with your problems than you ever could. His control is derived. His control is declared. It's demonstrated. But watch, fourthly, it's delivering. Watch what verse 7 says. And he said to them, go wash in the pool of Siloam.
All right.
He went his way therefore and washed and came singing. Watch the text. He told him to go to the pool. He went his way and washed and came singing. The deliverance was not in the pool.
That's right. There it is.
His deliverance was in the obedience.
That's it. That's it.
Let me push the rewind button and say that one more time. The deliverance was not in the water. It was really in him walking. Y'all ain't feeling me tonight. I preach it all by myself. See, we live in the world that's preachers are talking about. If you name it and claim it, blab it and grab it, call it and haul it, believe it and receive it, you can get your miracle. But I dare you to walk up right before God. I dare you to do what He says you to do. Live an obedient life and know your things will He withhold. Can you testify? I don't have some stuff because of me. The stuff I've had is because I've lived an obedient life to God. I don't deserve the car that I drive. Don't deserve the house that I live in. I've only got it because I've tried to live an obedient life to Him. I'm in my seat. Number one, He saw the condition. He silenced the crowd. He showed His control. But watch, fourthly and finally, He shocked the community. Watch what verse 8 through 11 says. And the neighbors therefore, and they which before had seen him beg, said, is this not he that begged? Jesus shocks the community.
All right.
Wait a minute. Is that him that sat and begged? Is that him that was not only begging, but he was blind? Is that really him? Some said it looks like him. Some said it sounds like him. Others said he's walking like him. But he says, wait a minute, don't you steal my testimony. Let me give it to you for myself. I'm him. I'm the one that was blind, but now I can see. And I wonder, is there anybody in the building that can testify? Thank God for my testimony. I've been down, I've been out, but look what the Lord has done for me. Look what He's done. Look what He's done for me. They asked him a question. How were your eyes open? That's my exit route. He said, a man named Jesus. He shocked the community. Can you tell somebody beside you to get a good look at me now? Because I'm not going to always look like this. The next time you see me, I'm going to be better. I'm going to be walking in new miracles. I'm going to be walking in my deliverance. I'm going to be walking in prosperity because what God has for me, it is for me. I'm out of here. How were your eyes open? A man by the name of Jesus. I dare you, the next time somebody asks you, how were you healed? You ought to tell them, a man named Jesus. How did you get the job and you didn't have the most qualifications? A man by the name of Jesus. How did you get the house and you know your credit was jacked up? A man by the name of Jesus. I wonder, is there anybody in the building that can testify, I'm glad I serve a man? I wonder, is there anybody here that can testify, I'm glad I know the man? I wonder, is there anybody here that can testify, I have to look back over my life and testify what the Lord has done for me? Can you tell somebody, I can't take the credit for this? Tell them the doctors couldn't do this. My lawyer couldn't do this. My connections couldn't do this. The only person that could do this is the Lord. Maybe that's why the old folk used to say, can't nobody do me like Jesus. Can't nobody do me like the Lord. Can you do me a favor? Can you high five your neighbor and say, neighbor, I don't know what you're going through, but if you hold on, help is on the way. Is there anybody here that can testify? Weeping may endure for a night, but joy got to come in the morning. Can you tell somebody, wait on the Lord, be of good courage, he shall strengthen thy heart. When I say, on the Lord, is there anybody here that can testify? I'm glad I've got Jesus on my side. Do you know him? Have you tried him? Can you help me shout Jesus? Oh, shout Jesus. Before I call it, but then I feel demons tremble at the name of Jesus. Bodies are healed at the name of Jesus. Do you know him? Have you tried him? Jesus, heaven's best jewel. When you got Jesus, you got the apple of God's own eye. When you got Jesus, you got Mary's baby, Joseph's stepson, Elizabeth's nephew, James and Jude's big brother, Isaiah's lamb, Jeremiah's mom, Ezekiel's wheel, Solomon's wisdom. When you got Jesus, you got Matthew's king, you got Mark's servant, you got Luke's great physician, you got John the Word made flesh, Acts coming of the Holy Ghost. In other words, when you got Jesus, you got everything that you need. Grab your neighbor by the hand, look them in the eye, and say, neighbor, I don't care who walks out of my life. I don't care who turns their back on me. As long as I got Jesus, I don't need nobody else. Can I tell you what he did? He went to a hill called Calvary. He died. Do you know he died? Sunday morning, he got up, all powers in his hands. Ain't he all right? Ain't he all right? Say yeah, say yeah, say yeah. Grab your neighbor by the hand and say, neighbor, excuse me if I get a little loud, but if you don't want to praise him, get out of my way, because I'm